I feel like this routine is starting to get to me a little bit, right? Like the stay at home routine, the not going anywhere, the this is just sort of what we're doing for the foreseeable future. And as twisted as it sounds, right? Like some of the excitement, it wasn't great, but it was kind of like a lot was happening as coronavirus starting to hit and the world was starting to change and the economy was starting to change. But all of that's sort of gone now, and it feels to me, sort of like, okay, now we're settled in for the long haul. We're settled in, excuse me, for uh, the foreseeable future. And it's that's tricky because while we can plan for this long haul itself doesn't allow us to plan for the future. So if you're like me, maybe you're feeling like the wall's starting to close in just a little bit. So I'm Owen. Hello. Thank you for coming to join today. It's such a pleasure to talk to you. Before we get started, please go ahead and subscribe. Would love to have you on the channel. And as always, please join your fellow abundance hackers in conversation. We have our group running. It's awesome. I'm putting a link here in the chat for you now. Please go ahead and join up, see what it's all about. So I was talking to my dad yesterday, and we had originally had plans to go hike Half Dome. This is one of the big dreams that he and I have had for a long time. And it involves hiking Half Dome. You have to get a permit, and you have to get in a lottery to get the permits. They're very limited. And this was a test that we were going to get back into this lottery over the last month. But as the world comes crashing down, right, as everything changes, like, well, we're not going to Half Dome any longer. We're not going to plan for that. And on top of that, there's not even planning for a change of scenery. There's not at all the plan to go, on any kind of trip or get out of town or anything like that, right? Because it's like that's not safe right now, and it's not okay right now. It's really just this. It is this. It is staying at home. It is focusing. It is continuing to move forward for the long haul. And I feel pretty well suited in this environment. My work, my life is very similar to sort of how this is. But I do like to go get a change of scenery from time to time. I do like to go do something fun to break up the monotony from time to time. And the some of the options for that they're just really gone right now. This is just not what's here. It is going to be this for the long haul, and I'm feeling the pressure of that. I'm feeling the wall starting to close in on me a little bit, right? Like I want to sort of stretch out. Like I would like to, I would like to get a good routine that's going. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm saying here is like I need somewhere to go, right? When you can't have somewhere to go, what do you really do? How do you get stuck, right? Like I feel when this starts to happen to me, I start to feel stuck. Like I start to feel like I can't really go anywhere. So why even bother, right? Like why try to come up with anything new, right? Just sort of shrink my world down and down and down. And it's in a way, it's kind of running from it, right? It's kind of not facing a fear about what's going on. It is kind of not. It's kind of not being in touch with the discomfort of this very uncomfortable situation right now. So for me, I recognize this stuck feeling because I get it from time to time. I get it, working from home, working on my own. I get it when, things get really closed in. And what it really comes from for me, the more I take a look at it, is I feel stuck when I feel like I don't have a plan. Like if there's chaos all around me, if the world is coming apart, like if bills are stacking up and I can't immediately pay them, right? Sometimes, then I feel better when I know I've got a plan. Like if the bills are stacking up and I don't have any kind of plan, or I haven't made any kind of plan, then sometimes that stuckness is actually just me running away from trying to figure out how I'm going to deal with this situation. But I always find that whenever I have a plan, that I feel a lot better about my current situation, regardless of how crazy or messed up or chaotic it is, which is kind of like right now, right? So I say having a plan while we've just been talking about not being able to plan it all in this situation, but we are making plans, right? Like everything that we do during the course of the day is on some plan, even on a smaller scale, much smaller scale, perhaps than we used to, right? But there is a plan involved in that. And understanding that helps us get away from stagnation. It helps me get away from stagnation, which is just not an option. Stagnation is not an option. There's nowhere to go, right? So think about it, right? Think about the course of your daily life is just it is your plan, right? What you do from the moment you get up in the morning to the moment you go to bed, you have a plan. Whether you know it or not, there might be a subconscious one that is running your day. So think about this, right? So when we're talking about making a plan, if you don't realize that you've been planning, or things have just been happening to you, life is sort of just happening to you right now. And look, I get that way too many times. I understand that very well. Pick one thing. Pick one big goal that you would like to accomplish for yourself that you can do in our quarantine situation, that you can do working from home, that you can do staying from home. Pick one big goal that you would like to accomplish, whether this is something around the house, you want to fix at the house, whether it is you want to start a new exercise plan that you can do at home, or whether it is you want to expand your business or create business online. Pick one big goal and then write down all the little steps, the little tiny actionable steps that need to be done to accomplish this big goal for yourself. And then start mapping that out. Right? Now you have a plan. Now we have a plan, right? This will help to get out of the stuckness. And record your progress as you're going along for a couple reasons. First of all, what you write and record about your process on your way to achieving your goal, save it, because it can be very valuable later if you want to get into info products online, into selling info products. I'll tell you more about that. Or just hit me up and I'll tell you about that. But most importantly, record your progress so that you can celebrate your wins. When every day starts to look like a lot like every other day that's happening, right? I know for me, right? Like it's all in my house. It's from my bed to my desk to my walk, and it's just back to bed. I'm not going out anywhere. I'm not doing anything. I'm not getting excited. Nothing crazy is happening, right? When you record your progress, you will recognize the wins as they happen. You'll be able to go back and take a look and see what you've done, like how much you really have done. So if you feel like you're stuck, you will now have physical evidence that you, in fact, are not stuck, that you have a plan and you're working on it and you are moving forward. So think about that. The one thing that you would like to accomplish and the small steps that you can start doing to accomplish that goal, and recording your progress along the way. So what's a good thing to pick to move forward on? Well, find your passion. Moving something that has to do with your passion, something that has to do with what just makes you get excited, with what makes you feel like you're put here to do, right? Something along those lines. Not only is it going to help you accomplish something, not only is it going to help you feel unstuck, but it's going to make you feel happy when you are connected to doing something that you feel happy about doing and that you want to do and that is part of who you are. So think about that. Either something on your passion, or maybe your big one thing is discovering what your passion actually is. Okay? So if you need help with either of these things, with getting in touch with your passion or finding out what it is, wrote a good ebook for you. It's called How to Unlock and Unleash Your Superpower. It's free. You can download it now at owenjward.com. Just go there now and you can download it, and I'll send you your free copy. So I would love to hear what you think. Tell me how you're feeling. Are you feeling stuck? Are you moving forward? Let me know what you're doing to stay unstuck or what you want to be doing to get unstuck. And I will talk to you tomorrow.